Hi everyone, and welcome to Business 203. As you can see, I have made the site available, and in addition to making the site available, you will see that the theme of our course is all types of communication must be clear, concise, correct, complete, and courteous. Now, when you came into the course, you came in and you saw the welcome page. Of course, I will have the link for the video as soon as I complete the video and post it. But always make sure, ladies and gentlemen, to check into your Blackboard site every day. There may be announcements, and you will get the announcements as you did with the announcements email that I sent. So I just want to go over very briefly what this course is all about. And many of you have had a Blackboard course, an online course before. If you have not had an online course before, you have at least used Blackboard. All right, so you know what your introductory assignment is to make sure that you get to know Blackboard and to take the workshop. And we'll talk about that in a minute. All right, I want you to take a look, go through all of the buttons. You already see the button for the announcement, CUNY policies, CUNY Hostos policies, Black Hostos, Blackboard support. Make sure you go through that. Let's look at course information. This is very, very, very important. You have the course description, everything that would be in your syllabus. And if you take a look, your syllabus, ladies and gentlemen, is in syllabus. You click in, all right, and you will see the syllabus topics, okay, and you'll also see the syllabus. To read the syllabus, you just download the document in a Word file. So just simply click in, and you'll be able to download the file. It's an attachment, all right? In addition to the syllabus, I have posted all of the subdivisions of the syllabus onto this course information. So you have not only the syllabus in a hard copy if you want to print it out, but it's also on Blackboard. We will have someone on the first day of class go over the guidelines to professionalism. I've invited the department chair and the unit coordinator to extend greetings and to introduce themselves, and also to go over professionalism, general education principles, why we're in a college and not a trade school, the same thing with rubrics. What does it mean to be in a hybrid section? And you're going to learn that through the workshop. Course facts. This is a hybrid course in which 50% of the class activities will take place online. Learning styles, in-class assignments. This is very important to remember, ladies and gentlemen, that your grade is based on the in-class assignments as well as your homework assignments. So you have plenty of opportunities to get an A in this class, and I expect that everyone will get an A in the class. All right, the only F that I know is the F in my name, Figueroa. That's all I want to see. And the D in my name, Sandy. That's all I want to see. I want to see A's. All right, and the face-to-face sessions will concentrate on course content via team building assignments. You will be working in teams. Now, I will assign teams the first day of class. In fact, if you go into teams, you'll see your teams, and we'll talk about that in a minute. All right, all the face-to-face, as I said, in-class assignments will count towards your grade. Therefore, you are expected to attend every class. All right, that's a given. Let's go back into course information again. All right, again, if you feel I'm going too fast, because I will not go over this the first day of class. When you come the first day of class, we will be in class for the entire class period, and we'll have a lot of exercises that we'll be doing. This course, this section, ladies and gentlemen, is writing intensive. Now, what does writing intensive mean? It means, ladies and gentlemen, that you will write and you will revise. All right, this is not just writing, giving me something at the last day of class, and no. You will have formal writings. There are going to be 3 or 4 chapters in which you will have to do extensive and intensive writing. And all of the exercises are going to be built on that. You'll have opportunities to do an essay for the Women's History Month activities. You'll have an opportunity for ePortfolio. Every opportunity that you can to write, to improve your writing, that is what you're going to do in this class. So just be aware that I take your writing extremely seriously. All right, very seriously. This is a writing intensive, plus the fact this is a business communications class, which means you will be not only looking at your writing, but also your speaking. You will be making oral presentations, your team building, and interpersonal relations. So there is a lot more to communication than just sitting down typing. Okay, there's a video for you to take a look at as to what the intensive writing intensive is all about, and also the writing center. just you'll see in the video that just because I ask you or invite you to go to the writing center does not mean you're dumb. That means I want you to get an A. And that means that your writing needs to be improved. And those of you who are doing B work, if you want to get an A and you need to do the extra time, and you will have to put in time in this class, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone can get an A in this class. This is not a hard class, but it is intense, and my expectation is that everyone in this class wants to get an A. I don't care that you're graduating this semester. I don't care if you're graduating in 10 years. You all want to improve your writing. This is professional. This is part of your professional development. You will be writing for the rest of your life. No one will be writing for you. All right? So I just want you to be aware of the talents you already have and to build on those talents. All right? So make sure that you read this. I'm certainly not going to sit down and read for you. You're all intelligent. All right? Syllabus. Grading standards. Let's take a look at what's required in this class. All right? This is also in the hard copy syllabus that's it in Blackboard under syllabus. All right? It's very important for you to realize that the grades are based on percentages and not points, because you will not see points in Blackboard. There are weighted averages for each of the assignments. Notice, ladies and gentlemen, there is no extra credit for this class. Don't even think about asking me for it, because the amount of work that you have in this class is really a great deal. Many opportunities to revise, to improve your grades. So don't even ask. Don't even blink. But you will ask, and I'm telling you now, no extra credit, because if you can't do the work that I assign, there's no way you're going to do extra credit. There's no incomplete in this course unless you're on your death's doorstep right before the final and you completed everything except the final. That's the only incomplete. All right. So if you're missing assignments and you haven't submitted them, don't ask me to give you time so you could do it. The assignments are due on the day and the time that I posted. We're going to go over that in a minute. All right, formal writing assignments, the 10%, ePortfolio 10%, Women's History Month events 10%, team formal writing and informal writing 10%. So 40% of your grade is based on writing. See how important this is? And they're all going to be revised. All right, so the first assignment that you give, that you post, will probably be a draft. All right, and stop complaining if you find that I'm sending you back to do 2 and 3 revisions, because you're capable of doing better. All right, you'll have an individual midterm presentation where you are graded on your dress, your oral presentation, your class presentation, and your written paper. Team final presentation, the same thing. Notice that they're both worth 15%. You will have many opportunities to work with your teams on projects, so that the final project is something you've already gotten used to working with your team. Not to worry, everything is built in. Discussion board assignments, I've considered them as assignments. They're 10% of your grade. Midterm and your final are 10% each. Now, if you have 70% barely passing in your classwork, all right, so that would be 90% of your grade, okay, or 80% of your grade. And on the final exam, you get 90 or 100. Do you really expect to get 100 in the class, in the course? Of course not, because 10% of your grade is based on the final exam. 10% of your grade is based on the midterm exam. So that means 80% of your grade is based on classwork and homework assignments. Make sure you understand that, ladies and gentlemen. All right? Again, you have any questions, we'll talk about that in a minute. This is a college level class. There is no R grade. This is a 200 level class, so more is expected of you, because it's a 200 level class, meaning that when you graduate from Hostos, you are ready to be a junior at Lehman or Baruch or Columbia or NYU, wherever you want to go. All right, course documents, I'm leaving that blank for now. Instructor information. Now I want you to see, ladies and gentlemen, not just the story of my life. That's you know, you want to look at that, but you have my email, you have my cell phone, you have my office phone, you have my Skype address. You have, and I'm going to go into Digication, my ePortfolio, because I'm still working on that. By the time we have class, it'll be ready. And you also know who I am right here. But it's important for you to know, ladies and gentlemen, you have almost 24-hour access to me. Now, I prefer that you text me or send me an email. If you call me, I do not walk with my phone the way some of you do, because you have children to take care of. I have no little children. So there's nobody who needs me that desperately. So I ask that you text me or send me an email, because the written word is important for me to make sure that I follow up and follow up as quickly as possible. All right. So sitting down there telling me on my student evaluation you didn't have access to me, that's because you didn't try and get me. And of course, you're going to forget all of this, and I'm going to have to remind you again. All right. So that you have my email address, you have my cell phone number, and you also have my Skype address, because for some of you, I may have to Skype because you need more than just the time that we have for the office hours. Notice when my office hours are. All right. Okay. So the textbook, let's take a look at the textbook. All right. The textbook is in the library. For those of you who have to wait for vouchers, and this is the textbook, it's in the reserve in the library. Otherwise, you can download the book by renting it, whichever way. I really strongly suggest that you do not copy the chapters, because you're wasting a great deal of money on that. You already know we have problems in the library in terms of paper, and I do not accept paper. All assignments have to be submitted through Blackboard. If you don't know how to submit an assignment, I'll show you what you have to do, and I've posted videos and also a PDF file on how you can upload your assignments. But many of you already know how to do this because you did it in other classes. All right, so it's very, very important that the first day of class, or as soon as possible thereafter, you have something in class that looks like the textbook. So you can download it on your cell phones. I have no problem with cell phones in class. I have no problem with you using a tablet, because I will provide tablets in the class, because we'll be working with wikis. All right, so I have no problem with you bringing a tablet. I have no problem with you bringing your laptop. I have no problem with you bringing the cell phone, if that is where your textbook is located. And if you have a burning desire to have hard copy, bring the hard copy. But I am not encouraging anybody to spend that kind of money or kill those kinds of trees so that you can have a textbook. All right, now let's take a look at teams before I get into assignments. All right. And you'll notice that I put you in teams. So whatever team, see, I have for this, because you'll see all of the teams, obviously, because this is my site. But you will see only one team, and that's your team members. Those are your team members for the entire semester. I'm not interested that you don't like this one. I'm not interested that you have trouble with that. When you go to work, the same thing that I have to do. There are people who find me difficult, and there are people I find difficult, but we all have to work together to get the project or the assignments done. So make sure that you're aware of that you will be working in teams. Some of you are in my OT 104 class. I've already presented this, and you've already seen the website. Okay, and everybody in this, there's always one person in each of the teams that has already been in my OT 104 class, or in another OT 104 this semester or in the past semester. All right, so there's somebody who can work with you in the team so that you can understand the assignments and Professor Sandy a little bit more. All right, let's take a look at assignments, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, and you'll notice in the assignments, now you certainly don't have that. This is the teacher side. You'll have introductory assignments. Notice also, ladies and gentlemen, when you're going to do your individual midterm presentation. Now, when we get to the first day of class, I'll put everybody's names who are going to present on March 24th and those who are going to present on March 31st, because it's a large class. But I'm still having students coming in and out of the class, so that's why I haven't done that. Notice you have your midterm exam. It's online. Okay, it's a 24-hour period to do the exam. We'll talk more about that. Thursday, April the 28th is a spring break, no classes. And the last day of our class, for this class, the last day of class is May 18th for the college. But for this class, our last day is May 12th, and that is when the team final presentation is due during the class period. The final exam is scheduled for May 19th and the 20th. Again, a 24-hour period to do the exam. We'll talk more about that later. For now, ladies and gentlemen, let's look at our introductory assignments. Okay, the introductory assignment is due Wednesday, the day before the class meets, Wednesday, February 3rd at 11 p.m. It is due on that day at that time. And of course, you know, all of you have put work up on Blackboard that it is timed. So I will know when you posted it, and I expect these assignments, because they're not hard. Look at how easy this is. You attend the workshop. All right, those of you who took the workshop with me in OT 104 or another class that you had with me, not with another teacher, but with me, and you have a certificate, then I'll put the grade that you have from last semester, okay, or from OT 104. You only do this once, all right? So the workshop is due February 3rd, right before the class starts. How you will submit an assignment, when you click into that, you'll have a video and you'll also have text. Some of you like to learn via videos and some of you like to learn via text. All right, everybody has a different style. Okay, and the last, you only have 3 introductory assignments. Buy the textbook as soon as you can. The workshop, Are You Ready for E-Learning? Introduce yourself in discussion board. When you click into this, ladies and gentlemen, it brings you to the discussion board link. And of course, I've introduced myself again and talked to you about how you can upload your picture. All right, so these are the instructions so that each time that you upload your picture, whenever you submit an assignment or use the discussion board, your picture shows up. Now, before you tell me I don't like to have my picture up there for everybody to see, fine, I respect that. So put something there that identifies who you are, the way you want to be presented. After all, this is business communication. How do you want people to perceive you? How do you want the world to look at you? So if you want flowers, you want a picture of a flag of your country, whatever it is, make sure that you have something there. And this assignment is worth 5 points. Everyone should get the 5 points of just introducing yourself and putting some type of picture up there. You don't put the picture, you don't get the 5 points. You put a picture, but you don't tell us who you are, you don't get the 5 points. All right? Now, ladies and gentlemen, on this question, and this is due, when is it due? Take a look. Wednesday, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, it's due Wednesday, February 3rd, the day before class starts. I'll make sure I change that. I really thought I had done that, so forgive me. All right, for the question and answer forum. All right, post whatever questions that you have about any assignment or anything in the class. Anything that's personal. Text me or send me an email. Do not put anything personal on Q&A. And equally, don't put something in a text or an email that should be shared by everyone. Because at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, somebody else is up. Not always Professor Sandy, I can tell you that. All right, and I'm very good at responding to emails. Very rarely do I take a day or two unless I have to investigate something and it's going to take me a while, and then I apologize for responding late. But I'm really very good at responding to emails because I feel that every person who has sent an email or a text deserves a response. After all, you are a human being and you deserve that respect and dignity. All right, there is no grade for posting a question that you have about the course. Everyone in the class is able to respond. Don't wait for me to respond. As I said, somebody's working, reading a text, or trying to do the assignment and has a question. Somebody in the class may be up at the same time you are and will be able to respond. Don't wait for me to do this. All right, this is your class. We're trying to create a community of learners. All right. So that when you go in to introduce yourself, and I also show you, ladies and gentlemen, how to create a thread and introduce yourself. Right? You may want to, after you read my introduction, you may want to make a comment. You can feel free to make a comment. You know, I think this is crazy, or whatever it is that you want to comment. Feel free to comment. All right, so we understand that, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we understand teams. We're in teams. We understand the instructor information. We understand everything. Whatever you have, whatever questions that you have, ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you post it in Q&A. Anything that's private or personal, okay, something with your family or you want to share with me, make sure that you either text me or email me. Try to avoid using the phone unless you really want to talk to me, or we have to Skype and we have to set up the time. Not because I don't want to hear your voice, but it's easier for me to remember when I see something in text. I'm a visual learner that way. I'm not really auditory. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I look forward to our working together. This is an exciting class. I love teaching this class. We are meeting in the faculty staff dining room, which is the room behind the cafeteria. All right, we are meeting February 4th, which is a Thursday at 11 a.m. That is the first day of our class, and all of your introductory assignments are due the day before. Any questions, please email me. Thank you. Oh, one other thing I want to make sure that you understand, which is really important, and I forgot. Okay, when you make a presentation, there are two times that you're going to present: for the individual midterm presentation and for the final presentation. Okay, this is also in your syllabus. You are required to dress appropriately, and I even give you a picture of how you're supposed to dress. If you are not dressed, the picture is in the syllabus, and I'll put the picture over here. If you are not dressed according to the picture, ladies and gentlemen, you will receive 1 point out of 5. I don't think anybody in this class wants to receive 1 point because of the way you are dressed. Women are supposed to wear a dress or a skirt and blouse, no pantsuit. Don't even think about it. I expect the men to wear a full suit with a tie and real shoes. No sneakers, no loafers. You are being prepared to be professionals and to earn $50,000 and $60,000. Just think of where you want to be. This is a course to prepare you for your future, for your professional development. All right, ladies and gentlemen, any questions, just email me or post on Q&A or email me anything that's private. Thanks so much, ladies and gentlemen, and I look forward to working with each and every one of you. Bye-bye.